Hey everyone, welcome to this explainer. I am absolutely thrilled to have you here today because we're going to do something that a lot of those fancy, expensive marketing agencies literally hate. We're stripping away the buzzwords, the confusing jargon, the whole shebang, and we're replacing it with a simple, common sense blueprint for digital marketing. Think of it like building a house, right? You wouldn't start picking out your living room curtains before you pour the foundation. You wouldn't wire the electricity before the walls are even framed. So today, we're laying down a rock-solid foundation so you can actually understand how digital marketing works from the ground up, no matter your prior experience. But look, before we start pouring that concrete, we really need to confront a pretty shocking reality. 90%. That's a massive number, right? Right now, a staggering 90% of digital marketing is a complete and total waste of money. Why? Because people are throwing cash at the internet while completely ignoring the baseline psychology of how real human beings actually buy things. You could drop 10 grand on ads tomorrow, but if you don't understand the fundamental human behavior behind that screen, you're gonna get absolutely zero results. It's like shouting into an empty room, or, trying to sell snow to a penguin. The mechanism technically works, the money gets spent, but the connection is just totally broken. Okay, let's dive into this. If you've ever felt completely overwhelmed by marketing gurus, I want to validate that right now. It is a proven fact that most digital marketing advice is made to sound complicated on purpose. Agencies and experts intentionally make things sound like absolute rocket science just to justify charging you those massive fees. They want you to think it's some sort of magic spell that only they know. But the brutal truth, it's not magic. Not at all. It's just a system. It's cause and effect. And by the time we wrap up this explainer, you're going to understand that system better than most certified experts. You'll have the exact blueprint to see right through all the smoke and mirrors. Here is our literal architectural blueprint for today. First, the broken foundation. 2, the blueprint trap. 3, the core 4. 4, the neighborhood. And finally, number 5, powering the engine. All right, phase 1. The broken foundation, why guessing is obsolete. To really grasp how incredibly powerful digital marketing is, we have to look at the old way of doing things and why that old foundation is starting to crack. Traditional marketing, your print ads, TV commercials, those giant faded highway billboards, it still has its place, but it's basically like using a shotgun. You fire your message out to the whole city, cross your fingers, and just hope the right person drives by at the exact moment they need what you're selling. It's inherently expensive, and the feedback is painfully slow. Digital marketing, though, it's like a laser pointer. It gives you 3 massive unfair advantages. First, it's hyper-targeted. You only pay to show your message to the exact person actively looking for your stuff. Second, you don't need a Super Bowl budget to play. You can start testing with literally just $5. And third, instant iteration. Instead of waiting 3 months to see if a magazine ad worked, you get data in 3 minutes. If it's tanking, you pivot instantly. You are never, ever left guessing. Moving right along to phase 2, the blueprint trap, decorating before pouring concrete. Now, what's really interesting here is the most common trap absolute beginners fall into. It's focusing on the decorations instead of the structure, basically confusing tactics with strategy. Let's clear up that jargon right now. A tactic is a tiny, specific action. It's asking, hey, what's the best time of day to post an Instagram reel? Or what exact hashtag is going to make me go viral? But a strategy, that is your overarching architectural plan. A strategy asks, wait a second, does my ideal customer even use Instagram when they're ready to buy something? Listen, if your strategy is fundamentally broken, absolutely no amount of perfect hashtags or trendy background music is going to save you. A tactic is hanging a beautiful painting in the living room. A strategy is making sure the wall doesn't collapse when the wind blows. Way too many people are out there buying expensive paintings for a house that doesn't even have walls yet. Okay, let's get into the structure. Part 3, the core 4, your sequential building blocks. Let's see how this builds. These are your sequential building blocks, and notice that word sequential. You absolutely cannot skip around here. It's like laying bricks one by one. Step 1 is the model. This is your actual business offer and your pricing. Is it something people actually want, and is it profitable for you? If not, hit the brakes. Don't market a bad model. Step 2 is the market. Who exactly is your customer? What are their deepest internal frustrations? You have to know them better than they know themselves. Step 3 is the message. This is absolutely crucial. Do not just list the features of your product. Nobody cares about features. They care about their own problems. Speak directly to their pain and tell them exactly how you fix their life. And only then do we get to step 4, the media, the platform. Please, don't run out and start doing TikTok dances just because it's trendy, especially if your actual paying customers are busy corporate professionals hanging out on LinkedIn. The media always comes last. All right, phase 4, the neighborhood, understanding consumer intent. And this brilliantly illustrates what happens after the house is built. We need to look out the window at the neighborhood. Digital traffic basically splits into 2 distinct buckets based on consumer intent. First, we have search platforms like Google or YouTube. People here have incredibly high intent. It's like someone opening up the old-school yellow pages. They are explicitly searching for a solution, typing in things like best accounting software for small business. Your job there is simple. Be the direct, clear answer. On the flip side, we have discovery platforms like Instagram or TikTok. Users there are just casually browsing, looking to escape boredom or stress. It's exactly like walking into a noisy cocktail party. I mean, nobody logs onto Instagram with their credit card in hand ready to buy a new mattress. If you just run into that cocktail party screaming, "Buy my stuff," you're going to get completely ignored, or worse, kicked out. Here, you have to visually hook their attention, entertain them, and educate them before you ever try to pitch a sale. You've got to match the vibe of the neighborhood. Finally, part 5, powering the engine, the gears of growth. So the house is built, but a house needs electricity, and a business needs eyes to drive actual profit. You power this engine by balancing organic and paid marketing. Think of organic marketing like planting an apple tree in your backyard. You put in the work, you water it, you wait. It costs your time. And sure, it takes a while to grow, but eventually it builds incredible long-term trust and authority. You'll literally have free apples for years. The downside, your initial reach is limited by platform algorithms. Paid marketing, on the other hand, is like just going to the grocery store to buy the apples. It costs money, but it buys you immediate access and distribution. You can literally pay to completely bypass the algorithm and reach thousands of your exact targeted prospects by tomorrow morning. A smart blueprint uses paid marketing to get immediate cash flow while quietly planting those organic apple trees in the background for long-term sustainability. So the crucial point is this. When you do spend that money, do not, and I mean do not, commit the cardinal sin of running vague brand awareness campaigns. Look, unless you have $1 billion budget like Coca-Cola, simply getting your logo seen by random people does not pay the rent. If you want immediate leads, phone calls, or purchases, you have to use direct response marketing. It's a simple, powerful formula. State a clear problem your customer has, offer your specific solution, and give them an undeniable call to action. Tell them exactly what button to click next. Don't leave it up to chance. Make the path to purchase as clear as a brightly lit hallway. As we bring our whole blueprint together, I really want you to burn this concept into your memory. Digital marketing is not about mastering an algorithm. It is about mastering human behavior on a screen. Algorithms, they change every single week. A new update rolls out and everyone panics. But human psychology, the deepest desires, the hidden pains, and the actual reasons why someone decides to pull out their wallet, that stays exactly the same. It's been the same for 100 years, and it'll be the same for 100 more. Your ultimate strategy must focus entirely on matching your message to real, unchanging human intent. If you build your house on that foundation, it's gonna stand forever. So what does this all mean for you? Are you ready to map your perfect customer? Now that you know the sequence, how to build the foundation, match your message to the right neighborhood, and fire up that engine, the only thing left is to actually apply it. Stop guessing. Stop buying the curtains before pouring the concrete, and start building your business on real human psychology. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer. Make sure you check out our other explainers for more raw, no-nonsense frameworks that actually drive results. So what's the first brick you're going to lay today? See you next time.